side of the ice out right from the get-go and not have to rely on trying to make a comeback in the third period to get yourself back in the hockey game.
Kaiser, Kohler, Hansen, Eisenschmidt, Lasham to start for North Dakota. It's all seniors in the starting lineup, as is always the customary tradition on senior nights. And it's Hansen, left wing wall in the attacking zone. Flutters a shot in wide of the net. Lasham in the corner. Overskated it. Redford will take over for St. Cloud State. Olakainen and Lasham had collided. And Eisenschmidt will pick it up in her own end. Around to the near wall, Shannon Kaiser. A head out to center for Becca Kohler. Kohler down to the attacking zone. Here's Kohler. Back on it at her own blue line. Hallie Krasaniak for North Dakota. The co-captain will dump it in from center ice. Glove down by Redford, being chased by the other co-captain, Layla Marvin. Cleared to center and shoveled back in by Krasaniak. St. Cloud State just can't get to the red line right now.
No, they've really got them bottled up in their own zone, and they seem to be kind of content to just kind of pack it in around their goaltender and try to survive it right now.
They did a lot of that last night as Kohler into the attacking zone, played off of a stick. Krasaniak can't handle it cleanly, and Spataro make that Salins rather will get it cleared to center ice. Flaherty at her own blue line, ahead for Amy Mankey. Off the near wall, ran into Anderson, and Petrikis will take over. She'll carry behind her own net. Far side, it's Olakainen. They've got Olakainen and Illakainen as the puck comes to center for Kohler. Now to Dufo. Plenty of household names, a couple of North Dakota seniors. Fun at too. It looked like a shot.
Yeah, it was almost to the point where if she didn't make it at that particular time, Kohler would have been in too deep to make a play.
Now Mankey right back in. Right shots from Dufo and Mankey.
And that was kind of the switch there was to flip. We thought we might see that, and we did, and they've been tough every shift they've been out there. They've really controlled the play.
Off the draw, Flaherty denied with a great point shot by Fitzgerald. It's Redford as North Dakota trying to strike right back. In her own end, Slattery. Puck handcuffs her. She'll shovel it out to center ice. North Dakota again still on with that top line ahead of Flaherty and Krasaniak. Flaherty ahead off the far wall. It'll be dumped in by Megan Dufo, covered by Fitzgerald.
Well, if you're only one shot away from being tied, right? So it's...
As Gardner with it back to center, ahead for Sam Hansen. And across the line, near corner, throws it on goal. Fitzgerald.
Without anyone knowing, that can reduce your back pain and improve your sex life. Strengthen the pelvic floor can do both for women and men alike. To learn how this simple exercise technique can improve your quality of life, contact me at 701-746-8.
10 seconds.
Or stop by and visit us at 1425 South Columbia Road. Come see what our pelvic floor program can do for you in your performance for life.
I thought Shelby might have got a save on that last one that was from the long-range shot, but it must have hit somebody else out in front.
Kilpanen shooting from the point, blocked. Trying to get it clear as Olakainen, she does. Flipped out to center ice. And Kilpanen back on it into her own zone for North Dakota. Near side, Lasham. Back in front of the net, Kilpanen. Out to center is Marvin. Played it off the skates of Moody. Make that Turbyville, rather. Lost just inside the attacking zone for North Dakota, but then they pick it right back up. It's Grayson Hershey. No room to go, but it comes free for Dahlquist, who fires it just wide. Turbyville off the far wall for St. Cloud State. Out to center with 8:05 to go in the first. 1-0. Instead, it's through center ice, out of the reach of Hershey, but comes in on goal, and Fitzgerald will make a stop and hang on with 5:47 to go in the first period. And a 1-0 North Dakota lead, and you can imagine that's going to get marked on the video after the game.
Yeah, I think if she would have rotated it up, she really didn't even have to put it on the stick either.
Right.
She could have just kind of thrown it to space and let Layla skate to the puck, but...
Face-off won by Petrikis. Markstrom will send it over to the far corner. Mackrick trying to clear for St. Cloud State, but she's met by Layla Marvin. Puck comes free, kick behind the net. Hershey can't corral it in. Petrikis back to the middle. And Salins will send it out to center ice. Fanning on it was Hampton, or Kilpanen rather. Lasham will take over for North Dakota. A hand off the stick of Hershey. And Mackrick back to pick it up in her own end. Quickly down to the final 5:20 of the first period. Still 1-0 North Dakota. Marvin battling with Salins. Now Marvin sends her to the ice, and St. Cloud State's going to get a power play and a penalty that you do not need to take.
Nope.
And North Dakota is going to be picked up behind the North Dakota net by Eisenschmidt. Over to the far corner, Hampton. Back where it came from our way, and Eisenschmidt. North Dakota trying to get out of their own end. They will to center. Backhanded in deep by Shannon Kaiser. Down to the end wall, Markstrom met by Gardner. Not before she could work it ahead on the near side for Patrikas as we were ready to roll to the final 2 minutes of the opening period. 1-0, North Dakota. Mackrick ahead for Ola Kanan through the neutral zone. Shovels it in on goal. Stopped by Amsley Benzie, and she'll flip it over to the far corner. Back over to the near side. In her own end, Grayson Hershey. Caromed off the end wall. Far side for Eisenschmied, and the North Dakota defenseman will break with it out to center. Ahead but out of the reach of Dahlquist. Just enough on it for icing. And play is stopped. 1:38 to go in the first. A 1-0 North Dakota's Hampton in her own end. Far side and Eisenschmied. Back to the middle and Dufault. In across the line, Amy Mankey. Out to the point for Eisenschmied. Looking, shooting. That hit the side of the net. And it's picked up in the far corner by Slattery of St. Cloud State. Out to center ice with it. Bothered the entire way by Kohler, but she's able to work it in deep. Hampton around to the near side circle. It's Amy Mankey, lost control of it. Ola Kanan will play it down to the corner. And Eisenschmied will crank it off the end boards. Out to center, driven back in by Slattery. This one came in on goal. And Amsley Benzie will kick it over to the near corner. Eisenschmied is taken over. In the opening minute of the second, 1-0. North Dakota leads. Second point as they continue to chase down Bemidji State in the playoff race. Puck dumped in on goal by Krasaniak, smothered by Fitzgerald. Again, St. Cloud State will settle for a face-off in their defensive zone.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of goalies that have been in this league in the last few years that would be real easy to score on. And I can think of Rattay.
Yep.
And, of course, Shelby here.
Alex Rigsby for years at Wisconsin. Tom Jacobin, Bemidji.
There's been some pretty good goaltenders in this league.
A lot of people talk about, needing offense and, you liken it to baseball where you get a couple of guys hitting home runs. But tell you what, that game last Saturday, watching Levier and Amsley Benzie go toe-to-toe and save for save, that was outstanding.
Well, and the goaltending's just come light years, just like the women's game in general in the last decade.
Yep.
And their equipment's just like the men's now. It's bigger. The girls are bigger. They're more athletic. I mean, it's...
Dakota leads. Flaherty in her own end. Spins around at the goal line. Will send it behind the North Dakota net for Hallie Krasaniak. Krasaniak out of her own end, left wing side, and Flaherty. She'll gain the center ice red line and dump it in. Behind the net, Turbyville for St. Cloud State. To the near wall, it's off the skate of Ola Kanan. To center it comes. Hampton goes cross ice for Eisenschmied. Back to the middle in Jordan Hampton. Arway and Hansen in across the line. Hansen nowhere to go with it. Copped it up to Ola Kanan. Huskies cleared to center, but quickly picked up again by North Dakota. And Eisenschmied will drive it in on goal. And once again, Fitzgerald will smother it.
And with commercial doors, parts, or service, or updating the look of your home with a new garage door. PS Garage Doors can service and install garage doors year-round. For your convenience, we offer
10 seconds.
Emergency service in the Grand Forks area. Call 772-DOOR. PS Garage.
With our producer, Carissa Hunter, and alongside Steve Olson, Darren Looker from Ralph Engelstad Arena, where it's a 1-0 North Dakota lead. 9:15 to go in the second. UNE has outshot St. Cloud State 19-8 so far in this one. They are both 0 for 1 on the power play as Flaherty at center ice in front of her own bench. Dugouts, Moody in her own end, far side for Slattery. With 9 minutes exact to play in the second. Once again, the Huskies are going to ice the puck, and there's the whistle.
That's the bad part about it.
Face off to the right of Fitzgerald, but they're going to kick Charlie Dahlquist out of it.
I like Charlie's game. I like her skill.
Yep.
I'm interested to see, over the course of this season into next season.
Exactly.
Her strength. She needs to get stronger on the stick. She has some skill, but she leads that physical maturity.
Sainlands came in on a 2-on-1 and a very calm save for Amsley Benzie. And now it's Mankey quickly to center for Kohler. Back to the middle. Pass off the back of the skate of Mankey. Krasaniak put it wide. Mankey knocked down to the ice in front of the net. And St. Cloud State will send it back all the way down. And this goes for icing against the Huskies. Dahlquist slings it far side of the ice for Hershey. Chipped in from center. Marvin racing to the end wall with Turbyville. They go hard. Puck still free behind the net. Marvin knocked down to the ice. And on it out of the corner, though, Charlie Dahlquist for North Dakota. Far side point, Eisenschmied shooting. Tip that hit the side of the post. Still loose. Jamming away, now squirts out in front. Might have been tipped by a high stick, but play continued.
Yeah, I was going to say that would have been interesting because Hershey got that, but it was hard at this angle to tell how high her stick was as it did hit the post off of her stick.
That's the second post of the day for North Dakota. And behind.
Dufall going there for the rebound, and she just beat the goaltender cleanly.
15th of the year for North Dakota's Menke. And it's given North Dakota a bit of insurance here at 2-0 with 2:35 remaining now in the second. Here's Mackrick, met by Dahlquist along the far wall. Petrinkas had it, played back behind her own net. Redford on it there. Redford over to the near corner, and Mackrick ahead for Ola Kanan. Out ahead of her for Salins, who finds Petrinkas inside the North Dakota zone. Behind the net, Flaherty takes over. Krasaniak up along the wall. Layla Marvin will play it ahead through the neutral zone. Ola Kanan back for defenseman Mackrick. She'll throw it ahead through center ice. It's well out of the range of Petrinkas. And North Dakota will send it back to the near side. Krasaniak ahead. Back into the St. Cloud State, and it rolls with.
And quick turnaround times. Outfit your office with styles from Nike, Cutter & Buck, Adidas, and more. From polos to outerwear,
10 seconds.
All of your apparel needs. Visit CISport.com to get started on your custom order today. CI Sport, your #1 source for corporate apparel.
2-0 North Dakota leading St. Cloud State. Run away in the third. It's the top line and back on to start for North Dakota. We're 5 skaters aside. As Slattery in her own end for St. Cloud State. Being chased around in the defensive zone by Dufaux. Slattery again with Dufaux all over. Finally he'll get to center ice and she'll shoot it in. Behind the net, Hallie Krasaniak will take the feed from Amsley Benzie to center ice for Anderson. Puck whistle down and offside on St. Cloud State.
You know, it's kind of the way the weekends match up. It's unfortunate, but it is kind of is what it is.
Of course, a lot of that sparred by that 2011 season when North Dakota played its home series at Purple Arena. Which,
what a great atmosphere. That was unbelievable.
That was so much fun calling that series, and a great playoff hockey. But
they're hanging from the rafters in there.
Logistically a nightmare, but as Kohler comes back into the attacking zone. And ever since that year, North Dakota's been at home in the playoffs, and that trend will continue. As Benke has it stolen away by Tilke, back into the North Dakota end. Long shot well wide. Off the end wall, Flaherty has it for North Dakota. Stick lifted on her by Tilke, but you can't handle it cleanly. Nearly got it back. We're down to 14:40 to go in the third. 2-0 North Dakota. They've outshot St. Cloud State 23-13. Loose puck in their own end. Eisenschmied our way for Hampton as North Dakota trying to get it out of their own end. Far side of the ice, Becca Kohler. In her skates, now onto her stick. To center, but intercepted by Tilke. Met by Menke at the North Dakota line. Puck into the zone. And Eisenschmied will intercept. Sends it over to the near wall for Amy Menke. Back behind her own net to the far corner. It's Eisenschmied. Closing on her is Salins. Got the puck ahead for Kohler. Swatted it out to center ice. Redford has it. She'll pull back to her own blue line and flips it up in to the stands, and it's a Souvenir in section 110.
You know,
the attacking blue line. Her pass went well wide and behind everything. Out to center ice. Krasaniak will dump it in well off the end glass. 7.5 to go. Puck sent behind the Ohio State net for Slattery. Turned over. North Dakota's Dufaux looking for it. Can't corral it in. Salins will play it back behind her own net for Redford. Shoveled over to the near side. Pena looking to clear and will. Out to center ice where Krasaniak's in on it. Pass to the far wall. Too much on it for Dufaux to corral in. And the puck rolled back to the North Dakota line. Krasaniak near side for Flaherty. Ahead through the neutral zone off the stick of Becca Kohler. And picked up behind the St. Cloud State net by Redford with 8 minutes gone in the third. Still a 2-0 North Dakota lead. Volleying for the puck in the neutral zone. Redford will dump it into the North Dakota end. Krasaniak, North Dakota.
I think the young defenseman Kilpinen has really come a long ways this year. She has really improved her game. You can really see the progress that she's made through the season.
Marvin back into the attacking zone. Wrist shot, scores!
And she just shoveled it right over her shoulder.
Well, North Dakota will take it. It's 3-0 and a big third goal. Wow.
Yep.
Something you'd see on about the 8th or 9th fairway.
That's right.
Right on the fringe.
Yep. And, you know, really, the goals that have been scored here have been scored by the people who, when you need them to step up, your upperclassmen, your leaders, and your people that need to find a way to salt the game away have done that here today, and that's what you're looking for. And, you know, Layla has had a pretty good year offensively compared to her first 3 years here. She's been a lot more visible offensively. Like you said, 8 goals from her. When you need secondary scoring, she's done
Absolutely.
that. Yep.
And I think big today, too, that Brian Anelski put that top line back together, and they have delivered as here they come again. Mankey down along the wall in front, but it's out of the reach of Dufo. To the point, Flaherty with a drive. Blocked and Karam down to the corner. So Kilpinen and Amsley Benzie will get the assists on the North Dakota goal. Have to do some checking, but that might be one of the first career points for Shelby Amsley Benzie. On the third, 3-0 North Dakota. Ahead to center, Charlie Dahlquist. Dahlquist, top of the circle, shot blocked. On it, out to the point. Here's Flaherty shooting. That hits perhaps her own man Marvin on the way through. Salen's ahead, left wing side for Ollikainen. Stolen at the point, though, by Flaherty. In the zone, Hershey got a stick on it. Picked up by Slattery. Near side for Brodt. They head out to the neutral zone. It's out of the reach of Ollikainen, but icing waved off. Eisenschmidt back behind her net.
Doesn't the St. Cloud look spent to you? I mean, they just don't look like they have it.
One more, and then we'll have her buttoned up pretty well. As Ollikainen and Hampton now off the far wall in front. Tipped, and thankfully it's out of the reach of Spataro. Mankey back through center and Dufo. Here's Dufo down the near wall, and this is where for North Dakota, just go out and put them away.
That's right. Yep. Get the puck in deep, forecheck the snot out of them, and get the game over with.
Don't change a thing you've been doing all afternoon.
She wanted to take a whistle, but the referees were telling her to move it.
They want to get back to Minneapolis. From the neutral zone, Slattery sent to the ice. Salen's rather, and it's Salo for North Dakota. Off the near wall, over skated. Brodt picks it up. Here's Brodt over to the far side, in front for Ollikainen. Laid there for a moment, and Flaherty clears it to the end wall.
That might be Marissa Salo's first shift of the game, isn't it?
First or second, In the corner, Krasaniak. Clock continuing to wind. We're down to 4:20 to go on the true fourth line on for North Dakota right now. Tonskinen, Salo, and Kolstad. Meanwhile, puck shot in from center.